All right, let's tackle another Mtel question. This one says, a nurse administers 100 milligrams of a medication to a patient at noon. The amount of the medication in the patient's bloodstream decreases at a rate of 10% per hour. Which of the following types of mathematical function best describe the relationship between the number of hours since noon and the amount of medication in the patient's bloodstream at that time? All right, so is this an exponential equation? Is it a linear equation? Is it a proportional equation, which I don't even really think is a type of equation? Or is it a quadratic equation? So let's take a look at the standard equation for both of these. An exponential equation looks something like this. A times B raised to the x power. So you have A, which is your initial value, B, which is your multiplier or your rate, and then x is the exponent, which gives it its name, exponential, right? In an exponential equation, you're going to be multiplying by some rate every time. In a linear equation, which looks like mx plus b, you add by the rate every time. So in a linear equation, it's like you have some rate, like miles per hour. So every hour you go up this many miles. For exponential, you're multiplying by some amount. So what's happening in this question is that we're multiplying the amount of medication in the bloodstream is decreasing by a percentage. Oftentimes when you see a percentage, you're going to have an exponential equation. And this is exactly that type of question here. To finish off my explanation of these types of equations, quadratic equations are going to look like something with an x squared. So you're going to have say ax squared plus bx plus c. This is not a quadratic equation. It is exponential because we're decreasing by some percentage. So when you see percentages per hour, you should definitely be thinking exponential. And the main concept for an exponential equation is that you're multiplying by something each time. So every hour, we are going to be multiplying however much medication is in the bloodstream by 90% because we're losing 10% per hour. So basically, if you have 100 milligrams in your bloodstream and you wanted to figure out how much was left after 1 hour, you would multiply by 0.90 because that's 90%, and that would give you the amount. So in order to calculate how much medication is left in the bloodstream, we're multiplying by a percentage. And when you're multiplying by a percentage, you know that the equation is exponential.